Hello and welcome. In this tutorial video, we are going to show you how to install umbraco in localhost in Windows 7.
Hello, umbraco is one of the highest growing CMS which runs within .NET platform. It's free, open source, and user-friendly. We'll go through step-by-step installation of umbraco CMS.
Umbraco is a very simple application to install. However, you will need to install or configure a number of software packages on your computer if they are not already installed. These prerequisites are the Windows 7 equivalents of the packages that would be installed and configured on the web and database servers. These instructions will show every step in detail for those who are unfamiliar with Windows System Administration tasks. If you have already installed some software packages, you may skip those steps, though we recommend you review the settings to confirm your configuration. The recommended hardware for umbraco installation are Windows 7, 1 GHz or faster processor, 1 GB or more memory, 15 GB or more available disk space, higher resolution monitor, Firefox, Internet Explorer 7. Installation of Microsoft's web server Internet Information Server 7 IIS. For this, click Start. Go to Control Panel. Under Programs and Features, click Turn Windows Features on or off. Expand Internet Information Service. Click Continue if prompted for permission to continue. Expand the Internet Information Service tree node. Accept the default values, but be sure to place a check mark next to IIS console and ASP.NET. And then click OK. Once IIS is installed on your machine, you can view your home page in a web browser by typing http localhost into the address bar of your web browser. Since you have not created a website, you should see the default IIS page. Umbraco is built on ASP.NET 2.0 and requires the ASP.NET Ajax 1.0 extensions. Umbraco also runs under ASP.NET 3.5. ASP.NET Ajax is built into ASP.NET 3.5. If you are running ASP.NET 3.5, you may skip this step, or you can check this by going into the Control Panel. For this, click on Control Panel and under Programs, click Uninstall Programs. When the programs are populated, check if Microsoft ASP.NET 2.0 Ajax extension or Microsoft.NET frameworks are installed or not. If they are not installed, log on to Microsoft Download Center, the download page for Microsoft software from Microsoft.com.
Umbraco needs database to store data. For this purpose, I'm using Microsoft SQL Server. If you don't have database, you can download Microsoft SQL Server Express Edition, which is free. When you download 32 bits if your operating system is 32-bit. If you need more features in your free edition, you can simply click on Other installation option. You will have 4 more options to download. Choose any one and download and install. I'm not going to through every step how to install because it takes long time. If you don't want to use Microsoft Server, you are very welcome to use MySQL database. Umbraco is very user friendly. That's why you don't have to be Microsoft Server. You can also use MySQL database. When you have Microsoft SQL Server or MySQL database, then you are ready to go next video. When you install SQL Server first time, we need to configure it to run Umbraco CMS. In this video, I'll go through setting TCP/IP, creating new database and new users. TCP/IP is disabled by default. We need to enable it. Let's open SQL Configuration Manager. Select SQL Server Network Configuration from left side and expand it. Click on Protocol for SQL Server on right side. By default, it's disabled. Right-click over TCP/IP and click on Enable. Now let's check two more properties of TCP/IP, protocol and IP address. Both are enabled by default when you enable TCP/IP. Anyway, we need to make sure. So let's check protocols. It's enabled. And let's check IP address. It is also enabled. If you see no, you have to change it to yes and then press OK. Server needs to restart to apply changes what we have made. Select SQL Server from left side menu and then select SQL Server from right side menu. Right click on it and click restart. It will restart server. Let's create database for Umbraco. Open SQL Server Management Studio. It will promote you to login. Change server name /SQL Express if it's not, and select Windows Authentication to access SQL Server. Press Connect button. It will connect to SQL database. Right click over Security and click New Login. It will pop up new windows. There you can provide login information. Keep the login name Jivan. You can choose any one. Check SQL Server Authentication Ready button. Now you can type password. I'm going to uncheck Enforce Password Policy, so I don't need to change password at next login, and then press OK. Let's create database. Right click over database and click New Database. It will pop up new windows. I choose database name Umbraco, but you can have different name if you want. When you have done, press OK. Expand database. If you can see database Umbraco, then it's created successfully. Expand security, login, and check user Jivan. If it's listed under logins, then user is created successfully as well. Right click on user Jivan and select properties. Select user mapping from left side menu. On right side, check Umbraco database. We need to provide database role membership for Umbraco as well. So you need to check data reader, data write, data admin, owner, and public, and then press OK. Let's go back to database and select Umbraco database. Right click on it and select properties. It will open new windows. Select permission from right side menu. On left side menu you can see user Jivan is listed. It means user Jivan has permission to database Umbraco. Until now we created user Jivan in database Umbraco. It's time to verify it. Let's disconnect it and try to reconnect to server. This time server name will be the same, but authentication will be SQL authentication. Provide username Jivan and password and press connect. If you succeed to connect database, you will see Umbraco database is listed under database. Then what we have done until now is right and ready to next video. Let's create directory and give the name www. You can give any name if you like. But when you create the directory, make sure not to create in drive C or where operating system is installed. In my case, I'm creating directory in drive F and operating system is installed in drive C. Now let's open Internet Information Service Manager. Navigate default website. On the right side menu, you can see advanced setting. Open the advanced setting. You can see the physical path is drive C and init pub. Due to security reason, network service will not have access on that directory. So it will be better idea if we choose different directory where operating system is not installed. Now we want to change this default directory to www directory. If you look right side, you can see browse button from where you can change default directory. In my case, www directory from drive F and press OK. Now we have changed default directory from drive C init pubs to drive F www directory. Now let's go back to our directory and set up permission for network service. Simply right click on directory, click the properties and click security. Click the edit and edit the object. Give the name network service and press OK. Now network service is listed under group or names. Select the network service and give the full permission and press OK. Now network service has full control over www directory.
Configuration of Umbraco. Open a web browser and type localhost to launch Umbraco configuration tool. Click Next. Accept the license and click Next. Select the Microsoft SQL Server database, type and enter the database server name, username, password for your database according to the settings. Then click Confirm. Umbraco will connect to the database and determine its status. For a new empty database, you should see the following message. Your database has been found and is identified as none. Click Install. When the database has been successfully installed, click Next. Umbraco will verify the permissions for the files in your site and instruct you any changes must be made. Click Next. Enter a password for the default Umbraco admin user. You will see this password when logging into the Umbraco user interface. Click Change Password. Click Next. Then you need to install the foundation. Now choose any one of the two radio buttons. For now, you check Add Runway radio button and then click Next. By this, a runway is installed. But without checking any other things, click Next. Then register yourself for security and upgrade notifications. When it is finished, launch Umbraco. It will open in a new browser. To check in the localhost, open a new browser and type localhost. You can see the runway homepage.